There you go.
Nice.
So the one was too much that way, the other one was too much that way. Mate, you just got 20 yards longer. Everyone's gonna think that's bullshit, but he actually did.
Same swing speed, same ball speed, just the way that it's jumping off the club face gains 20 yards. You're some sort of wizard.
You are dialed, bud. You are dialed.
Got the Qi10 in our hands for the first time ever. So we're gonna hit this thing. We've got a bunch of different variations of the Qi10, the brand new TaylorMade driver.
Call it like the core head.
The core head. We've got the Max and then the LS. There's a lot of different options. I'm gonna go with the core head right now. You got me at a 10.5. This is my standard setup as it's been for the last couple of years.
You got it, yeah. Does that matter to you, what it looks like?
It matters, it's everything. Bringing back the shiny top, for me, the gloss is incredible. You can see yourself, you can see if your hat looks good. The bottom is a very clean, just classic look. And this like little retro type of TaylorMade logo, I love it. I love it.
That's called, like, we call that shelf appeal.
Yeah, and this line here is huge.
We get a lot of feedback from our tour guys on how they like the club to sit, not necessarily the top line, but literally the whole face. If you look at this one compared to the previous generation, that looks like you move that thing a little bit open, a little bit closed, you literally see in the face.
That's right.
It's straight up there. There's not a lot of like kind of roll in it.
Right.
That's Rory, to be fair. Rory loves that kind, loves
he wants
that look.
To see
he wants
straight
to see,
line.
yeah, he wants to see a straight line. So this. There's different parameters, right? So there's launch, which is basically how high or low you hit the ball. There's spin rate, which is basically how much the ball kind of lifts or potentially goes through the wind. Are you a high hitter of the ball?
Not typically, but so it's weird. If I'm in a mode where I'm just hitting fairways, it feels like to me my ball flight's way lower.
Yeah.
But if I go after it and I start to like chase that hitting up on the ball, I can get it up. Like
well,
right now,
ball,
if I tried, I could get
yeah,
it up.
Which is why you play the TP5. So to lose those ones and start hitting your ball now.
This helps a lower ball
I'd
player,
say
right?
like if you're educating somebody on fitting, for sure, you know, so you want to fit your clubs to the golf ball that you play. If you chose to play the X ball, I would fit you into the X ball.
Do you fit around the ball, really? Like
yeah,
at its core, like the beginning, this is the base.
That's your base, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's like being a Formula One driver and you just use different tires in practice, and then when you go into the match, you decide to change your tires.
Right.
It's got a little bit more flight in it. What do you like about that head? That was pretty good. That was 21 at 10.7, which launched a little bit higher.
Compared so far, we haven't in this video hit the max yet, but I like that this is a little bit smaller of a head. So it's just more appealing to me. See, like that is, I said I hit like that feels good to me. You know, like that, I'm coming through it.
Taking the wind out of it, that's 257 carry, 162 ball speed. It's a pretty, you know,
yeah.
The only thing with that is you're launching that at 8 degrees.
Okay.
I mean, you could get somebody swinging it at like 5 miles slower and with proper launch conditions, and he'd hit it as far as you.
So it's not jumping up.
Yeah, it's not starting up there. You know, that's kind of low launch, low spin.
Wow.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a little bit of loft on this golf club to start. Just put it back to standard. I'm not. I'm far from done, but I just want to see what happens to the spin rate. Heel. I'm going to change that straight away. Give it to. Which head's this?
That's the max. If you want,
Okay,
you know, if you end up telling me, if Adrian tells me to hit a max, I'm hitting a max the rest of my life.
This setup, yeah, will be pretty close.
A little more closed, right? Is it?
You got it.
There it is.
It's better that. So the wind's hitting that right in like the last third of the flight. So remember that first shot you hit, which you liked, where I said the launch was like just too low?
Yep.
So that was 257, 262. This one is 267. So you're getting a little more carry out of this one.
About 10 yards.
We'll hit a few more with this.
And the other one was an 8, and that was an 11. You're saying?
11 launch, yeah.
Wow.
You actually have decent ball speed.
Thank you.
Yeah, look at him.
That's a good one there.
That was absolutely smashed.
Don't you feel like you can turn this over better?
Because you closed it a little bit?
Well, I didn't close it. I actually changed the lie angle.
Oh.
Yeah, so that one 27 there. Now you're hitting the 270s, and your ball speed's gone up to 2 miles an hour. The reason the ball speed's gone up is that it's more of like a centered strike.
Okay.
You're not really like fighting,
Right.
losing it that way.
So what was that carry? 270?
270. So that spin axis was 4.9, which is a positive, which is a draw spin axis for a left-hander. If it's a negative, it's a draw spin axis for a right-hander. Don't work with men. Yeah, everything's the other way, which is.
We're all messed up.
This setup is closer.
Yep.
I don't know if we're there yet, but it's closer. You'll see, you'll get a little bit of confidence.
Oh.
What about the miss? Would you prefer it to like turn over more than it should, or would you prefer it to not turn over enough?
I'd prefer to not turn over enough.
This is going to turn over more. It's going to want to kind of make sure that you turn it. So the idea when fitting a golf club is, I would get somebody hitting at 40 yards left, if that's what they did again and again and again, and then I'd dial it in from there. But if you had somebody who's like a little bit left and right, and it's a little, you don't know which way to go really, right?
Right.
So over there, I basically got you.
Yes.
Just feeling like you can turn it over. If you looked at the last 3 or 4 shots, you didn't, like nothing wants to go that way, right? So now I'm going to try and like balance it a little bit.
Yep.
You're going to crush this one now.
I love it. So yeah, it's interesting because like if I hit the ball the way, if I put the swing that I want to put on it and I hit the ball the way I want to, like everywhere from here to impact, it will draw for me. So I like the way you're thinking, where it's like when I do hit a good one, let's try and have that be a consistent.
Yeah, let's see what you think of this setup. There you go.
Nice. That's so good.
So the one was too much that way, the other one was too much that way, and we just kind of figuring it out between. Mate, you just got 20 yards longer.
And on the first one,
everyone's going to think that's bullshit, but he actually did.
And the first one I was pretty confident about. Like that 250 base.
Yeah, so now he's got, so now you remember the launch
thing?
thing?
That's an interesting stat.
Remember the launch thing, right? So that first shot where you had, oh, that was good.
Yeah.
That was 8 at 20.
What was that?
2300. This was 12.7 at 1900.
Different ball play.
So it's
same swing speed, same ball speed. Just the way that it's jumping off the club face gains 20 yards.
I'll give you some examples. Rory is 14 at 23. Tommy is now 12.5 at 23. Those are, but remember, they're like 175 ball speed, 180 ball speed, 185 ball speed.
And what was mine again?
So that one was 12.7 at 1900. Jeez. That's like if we had a dial, like on a car for speed and accuracy, this is speedy.
Right,
this is distance.
right.
This is distance. Yeah. This is distance. You see what I mean? He's in between the two now. Yeah.
You're some sort of wizard.
You are dialed, bud. You are dialed.
So what is that consistent?
I mean, that one,
lower.
That one, but why is it lower? Because you've hit it a groove lower on the face, so you're hitting it on the bolt, so it's going to come out lower. So it should spin a little more, launch a little lower, so it should get to some peak height. You should get.
So was that like an 8.5, 9?
So that's 266. It's still 10 further than your best shot. And you see how he's got a bit of confidence there. So his ball speed, he's actually got way more ball speed than I thought. Okay.
Well, what's interesting is like that one would have usually been like an off-the-planet spinny miss for me.
So you think of where the wind is, right? So the wind's off your right. So if you're hitting at your target, you're hitting the wind's hitting it like this. If your ball starts that way, the wind's going to take it even more. That held its line.
Pretty strong, right?
Pretty good.
What have you changed from stock setup to right now? What have we changed to this point?
So we've changed loft, we've changed lie, and we've changed face angle. So initially you were, if I just talk about it in terms of flat, upright, more loft, less loft, right? So you started with flat and loft.
Okay.
I moved it to upright, just full on upright, and then I moved it to upright, a little less loft.
Okay.
Which again, so when you take loft off on this sleeve, you're actually opening the face just fractionally. So if you were hitting like face hooks with the other one.
Yeah.
So how do I fix that? I fix the face, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to fix the face.
Fix the face, baby.
No more face hooks, man.
Face is king.
Oh, that wasn't off the center of the club face, but I'm gonna take that.
Mate, that's money. That. he thought he hit it out of
bounds.
Feel right. Mate, that is dialed.
So now, are we?
Go on, hit one now. Hit one.
Are we losing that, right?
I mean, you can hit it if you want.
No.
Tell you what, how about this? That's a pretty decent setup for you. I'll put this one on the same setup as that, and we'll compare them. Mate, this you see like the fairway to distance like ratio.
It's way tighter.
Tight, baby.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm ready to rock. Like, this is insane. So this is the max, bigger. It's just looks bigger. It's not technically much bigger, right? Or is
no,
it?
I mean it's a bigger footprint.
It is.
It's a bigger footprint.
Okay.
Yeah. You can only have 460 cc's, so there's your 460 cc's there, and then you've got this little bit extra there, which is 0. But it does make it look more forgiving.
Does.
You know what I mean? It makes it look more forgiving.
When I'm wide to wide, I'm zeroed.
Just do your thing, man.
Okay.
See what happens. You got a good one already.
Damn it. That's so much better, man. That was pured. And it felt good. It felt better.
270 carry.
Hit a couple more, and I'll tell you the difference between the two. So this one, it's not better actually, because of where the CG is in that one. This head will actually launch a little higher and spin a little lower for you.
Okay.
That one, so look at that one. That one is a pretty good head, 10 at 26. It's not a bad ball flight if you play.
But it's not the 12 that I was
But it's
getting
not
before.
the 12 at 22. But you know what? If you were like off the map type of guy and you needed high inertia, high forgiveness, this would be not bad. So that one's going to also draw a little more than this one as well. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just from CG placement. But
We're finding out that might be the one.
Okay, go on, hit this now.
Get back to your baby.
If you really like this head, I'd probably move it flatter
Okay.
because it's got a lot of draw bias in it. Go on, give that a rip.
Look at that. Wow.
This is the one, man.
That is so good.
I'm getting tired too. I don't know how many more I can hit.
That's so good, dude.
I'm really feeling it.
273.
273
Like,
carry.
you don't need to do
All right.
anything.
You've consistently picked up yardage through launch conditions.
Right.
Amazing.
The first one I started was 6, I think, the launch.
It was like 8, but it was going 257. You picked up 16, 17, 18 yards.
Through launch conditions.
Through launch conditions.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I was using that setup on the Stealth for a year.
You're a different player now.
We moved it. Yeah, we moved it a little more upright, a little face angle, a little open.
All
It's
right.
a nice setup for you.